Oh, there we go. Whew, thought that one wouldn't pop up. Anyway, good evening, everybody. It is Monday night here at the BTA Network, and since it's Monday, that means it's time
Hello,
for
how's
Monday
it going?
Mayhem. Yep. Anyway, I'm your host for tonight. I am Oddball Extreme. I'm currently joined online by two of my crazy cohorts. First, below me is our resident joker, Mike. Hello, Mike.
Hello, everyone. Happy Monday.
And then over to my left, we have our tiny Oreo, Janet. Hello, Janet.
Hello, how's it going?
Good. And in our chat room, we have both Craig and our man from the Bronx, Sajo.
Hello, Craig. I sent you a message in the Discord. Check it when you have the chance.
And yo, Sajo. All right. Well, we have to start. If you don't know this by now, a true legend passed away this morning. And we're talking about James Earl Jones. Yeah, he passed away this morning at the age of 93. And I think Unless I guess it wasn't too long after he retired from being the voice of Darth Vader. So, but yeah, it's a sad day for people around the world. Not just because of Darth Vader either. He voiced Mufasa in The Lion King, so he did that. He was the blind baseball player in The Sandlot. He also was in Field of Dreams. Of course, he was that iconic voice when he would say, "This is CNN." That was him.
Oh wow.
What?
Yeah, that was him. He was the one who would say, "This is CNN." That was him.
I'll be back in a minute.
Okay.
Dog's barking.
Okay. But yeah, he did that too. So his voice is legendary. And he's legendary too. He was also in Coming to America as Eddie Murphy's character's father. I can't remember the name off the top of my head. I'm sorry. But I mean, yeah, such as said it as R.I.P. legendary James Earl Jones. I mean, to me, he wasn't just the voice of Darth Vader and Mufasa. He was Darth Vader and Mufasa.
Sometimes that dog will bark at nothing.
Just used the same. But anyway, but yeah, it is a sad day for Star Wars fans, Lion King fans, Sandlot fans, Field of Dreams fans, Coming to America fans. Because now the good news is he did say he would allow his voice to be used by AI, but we'll have to wait and see if that actually pans out.
It depends on his estate and his family, too.
Mm-hmm. No, he specifically gave permission for Lucasfilm to let AI do his voice. So.
Oops. That is a little loud.
I don't hear it.
Yeah, I don't hear
Okay.
I didn't hear it. I'm kidding. Yeah, but still, I mean, it is an incredibly sad day for a lot of fans of this man. He was just a legend. Period.
He had a very, very distinct voice.
Oh yeah.
If you knew who he was and heard him out in public, you'd know it was him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, his voice is so distinctive. It's so easy. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna read this. This is from StarWars.com, and it was posted today. So everyone at Lucasfilm was deeply saddened to learn of the passing of James Earl Jones at the age of 93. For over 4 decades, the stage and screen actor lent his voice to the role of Darth Vader in the Star Wars saga. James Earl Jones is one of the most versatile and talented actors of our time, with an iconic body of work across film, stage, and television, says Kathleen Kennedy. The menacing baritone he brought to Darth Vader will forever be beloved by fans and regarded as one of the great villainous performances in cinema. His commanding presence on screen and warm personality off screen will be greatly missed. James was an incredible actor, a most unique voice both in art and spirit, says George Lucas. For nearly half a century he was Darth Vader, but the secret to it all is he was a beautiful human being. He gave depth, sincerity, and meaning to all his roles, amongst the most important being a devoted husband to the late Cece and dad to Flynn. James will be missed by so many of us, friends and fans alike. James Earl Jones first crossed paths with Lucasfilm in early 1977 when he was cast to perform the voice of Darth Vader in Star Wars A New Hope. He had already been an accomplished actor on stage and screen for decades, with appearances in such classics as Dr. Strangelove or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Bomb, a film that influenced writer-director George Lucas. While Jones has what many would agree is one of the most recognizable voices of all time and has helped to make Darth Vader a cinema legend, he actually was not Lucas's first choice for the voice role. The rumor is that he thought of Orson Welles, recalled Jones, and then probably thought that Orson might be too recognizable. So what he ends up picking is a voice that was born in Mississippi, raised in Michigan, and was a stutterer, and that happened to be my voice. Today, of course...
Oh, you want to know something?
What?
James Earl Jones was only one half of Darth Vader.
I know. I'm about to get to that point. Let's see. Alright, today, of course, it would be hard to imagine anyone else being cast as the voice of the first Star Wars villain. With his resonant bass register, Jones was uniquely suited for the role. The technique about recording that voice was to keep it within very strict boundaries of inflection, and there was no way to enlighten the voice with awareness, Jones would explain. In fact, my job was to keep awareness out of Darth Vader's voice, take all the humanity out of it. Jones was always very generous with his praise of David Prowse for his physical performance of Vader. David Prowse worked very hard to create Darth Vader. I take no credit for the character. I think that performance is in your head. Vader is good proof that if you stay out of the way of a character, good, effective dialogue will evoke in the viewer or listener all kinds of wonderful things that come from the viewer's mind. In 1980's Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back, Jones spoke one of the most iconic lines in motion picture history. No, I am your father. The actor recalled that when I first saw the dialogue that said, Luke, I am your father, I said to myself, he's lying. I wonder how they're going to play that lie out. That one simple line of dialogue helped define the narrative arc of Star Wars saga for the next 25 years. As Jones himself would explain, Darth Vader doesn't think he's evil, and then the suggestion that he has not always been evil, so the story becomes, how does one become evil and how is one redeemed from it? Jones was able to bring that arc full circle in 2005 when he returned to the role of Darth Vader in Star Wars Revenge of the Sith. Once again, with characteristic humility, he paid tribute to actor Hayden Christensen, who, after portraying Anakin Skywalker, who would also don Vader's costume. I see great potential toward all the Darth Vader choices in that young man, he said while the film was still in production. Darth Vader remained an indelible component of Jones's career for another 2 decades as he reprised the character in everything from television series like Star Wars Rebels and Obi-Wan Kenobi, to theme park attractions, Star Tours The Adventures Continue, and more feature films, Rogue One: A Star Wars Story, and Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker. I am so pleased to be a part of that whole legend, he would reflect, even as an observer, and I am just an observer. I'm a special effect, at best. For all us at Lucasfilm, and for countless members of the audience, James Earl Jones was far more than just an observer. He was the voice of the character at the center of our most beloved story, and he will remain in our hearts and imaginations forever. And that's the end of the article.
You know why they chose James Earl Jones as Darth Vader's voice and didn't let David Prowse? It wasn't just the voice.
Mm-hmm.
They were worried that Prowse would give things away during production.
Ah.
I had read that somewhere, but it's true. Dave Prowse had a very distinguished voice.
The problem was, it didn't. I remember I was listening to like a documentary on it, and they actually did show a scene where David Prowse's voice. It didn't sound so threatening.
Yeah, I can imagine David Prowse saying, I find your lack of faith disturbing. Mm-hmm. James Earl Jones's voice was, and I probably won't be able to get that low, but here, I find your lack of faith disturbing.
In other words, I find your lack of faith disturbing.
You do it better than me.
If I have to get low, I can.
Ooh, as long as you don't give too low a blow, if you know what I mean.
I know what you mean. Don't worry. But still, and like I said, if you remember watching CNN in the old days, it was him who would always say, "This is CNN." That was him.
Too bad he can't. I gotta check something.
Yeah, but I mean, it's a shock to everybody because, I mean, he just retired, I think, after Obi-Wan Kenobi. But he did say he would allow Lucasfilm and AI to continue his voice. Now, whether it's going to happen, that remains to be seen. We'll just have to wait and see.
But like I said, would probably be up to the Joneses' estate.
No, he specifically said he would give permission already. So, I do remember that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Sorry, folks. I'm really tired. I'm tired.
I took a doze in the chair. Mm-hmm. So.
Okay.
Hope I'll sleep better tonight.
In the meantime, Linkin Park. They've got a brand new singer in the lead after, of course, Chester Bennington passed passed away from suicide 7 years ago. But anyway, here's the thing though. New Linkin Park singer faces allegations of ties to Scientology and Danny Masterson.
Who? Okay. Scientology I could understand, but why Danny Masterson?
He's a convicted rapist.
Oh, okay.
He was on that 70s show. Alright, so here's what's going on. Linkin Park announced that a new singer and drummer have joined the band as they prepare to release their first new album in over 7 years since the death of frontman Chester Bennington. Vocalist Emily Armstrong and drummer Colin Brittain performed on stage with returning bandmates Mike Shinoda, Brad Delson, Phoenix, and Joe Hahn during a live stream concert Thursday to showcase the new lineup. The band played hits from its discography and debuted their new single, The Emptiness Machine, off forthcoming album From Zero. A globe-hopping arena tour has been announced to support the album release, slated for November 15th. The band will perform 6 shows in Los Angeles, New York, Hamburg, London, Seoul, and Bogota, all before the album drops publicly. Critics and fans alike were impressed by Armstrong's vocal chops during Thursday's show, praising her ability to recall Bennington without attempting parody, as AP Music reporter Maria Sherman put it. Armstrong's Instagram page has been filled with comments from enthused Linkin Park fans welcoming her to the band. The former Dead Sarah lead singer will be a co-vocalist for Linkin Park alongside Shinoda. But for some fans, the excitement quickly soured after allegations resurfaced that Armstrong supported that 70s show actor and convicted rapist Danny Masterson during his trial. The allegations stem from fellow musician Cedric Bixler Zavala, who claims that Armstrong intimidated Masterson's victims during a preliminary hearing. Masterson is a high-profile member of the Church of Scientology, and Bixler Zavala claims Armstrong is also a prominent Scientologist. Do your fans know about your friend Danny Masterson, your rapist friend? Wrote Bixler Zavala last year to comment on Dead Sarah's Instagram page. Remember how your fellow Scientologist goon squad surrounded one of the Jane Does when she was trying to leave the elevators? The court sheriffs had to escort her away from your awful cult. Bixler Zavala shared a screenshot of this comment on his Instagram story after it was announced that Armstrong was joining Linkin Park, Rolling Stone reports, though the story has since been deleted. Bixler Zavala is a former member of the Church of Scientology, and Getty Images photo is circulating showing him and Armstrong together at a Scientology event in 2013. They do not appear to be photos of Armstrong at Masterson's trials, but journalist Tony Ortega reported in 2020 that Armstrong showed up to an arraignment with Masterson as part of a large entourage of longtime friends. Bixler Zavala's wife, Chrissy Carnell Bixler, is also a former Scientologist, and she was one of the women that accused Masterson of sexual assault. Masterson was convicted of raping 2 Jane Does, women whose names were not made public, though he was never convicted on charges tied to Colonel Bixler's allegations, the Rolling Stone reports. And that's the end of the story. So it looks like Linkin Park is trying to do something, but it may end up backfiring in their face. Right?
Right.
Here's me. Let's see. College football's back. Huge upset over the weekend. Number 5 Notre Dame lost to Northern Illinois.
What?
Yeah. And it's like there's a video of the coach of Northern Illinois. He got really emotional when he realized they had beaten a top 5 team for the first time in school history. Yeah, but that was a huge upset. But see, that's one of the reasons why I like college sports a lot more than pro sports. You never know when there could be an upset.
That's true with any sport.
Yeah, but college, you see, pros, sometimes you really get the minty. Craig, looking forward to Thanksgiving? Yeah. Of course, we got to get past Halloween first. Yeah, and let's see. Saturday I survived I call it a 5+K because it ended up being a little more than 5K. So let me explain what happened. Saturday was the Voices for Victims 5K. It was supposed to have taken place back in June, but the founder of the organization died the Monday before the 5K was supposed to take place. So it got rescheduled for this past Saturday, September 7th. Now, I got there, it's a nice cool morning. The sun is actually being covered by clouds. That's a huge help. But anyway, the man in charge of the course, he says, we're going to change the course a little bit because there's like that one area of big construction going on and we really don't want to take any chances. And it's like, yeah, that's true. So it ended up being about, I think he said it was like 5.3K. But here's the crazy part. One part of it was the steepest hill in the city of Montgomery. So that was a challenge. But I finished in 1 hour, no minutes, 21 seconds.
Okay.
Yeah, not bad for not having done it in 9 months. But now it's beginning to cool off. I'm going to start going for the goal of doing a 5K per month. And the next one I got planned already is the runway 5K at the airport. That's on October 12th. Let's see. What do I got? Oh. Okay. Sorry. I had Windows Defender saying, hey, you got some threats. Turned out there weren't any. But, and here's the fun part. It's in October. I may dress up. Think Halloween.
As what?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. It could be Scarlet Witch. I could do my Norwegian Sailor Moon, or...
Yeah. Oh, man. I know it's been a while since we discovered those we mentioned those stinky fish.
Yeah.
Can you imagine combining those stinky fish with blue cheese?
Oh, Surströmming and Limburger cheese. Now that
Okay,
would be a
that's the
deadly combo.
stinkiest cheese.
That would be a deadly combo. But yeah, let's see. I'm looking forward to Thanksgiving, sure. I'm also looking forward to my older nephew and his wife. They're supposed to have their baby in less than 3 weeks. So. Let's see. And speaking of nephews, my mother and I visited my younger nephew over at the University of West Alabama, where he now has a full-time job in sports medicine. And he actually works Saturdays for the football season. So
he must have studied sports medicine.
Yes, he did. At first, I think he said he wanted to do. He studied forestry, but he found sports medicine more interesting, and now he's got a full-time job.
More his style.
Yeah, now he's got a full-time job. Now he's got a full-time job at the university. Yay! Congrats to my younger nephew Hunter on that. That's awesome. Excuse me. Oh, this is interesting. The Empire State Building. You know how they have all those fancy light colors?
All right.
Well, there's a photo going around, and this is a real photo. They actually made it red with a profile of Darth Vader. You will see it circulating. It's absolutely gorgeous. So.
Wow. These people are so darn slow.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, famous line that James Earl Jones said as Mufasa. Look at the stars. The great kings of the past are up there watching over us. So whenever you feel alone, just remember that those kings will always be there to guide you. And so will I. That's a great line.
Somebody said, sorry, Rad, bad start for imposter.
Mm-hmm.
I have got to get better. Anybody there?
We're here.
I'm here.
We're here.
Where did everybody go?
Janet,
We're here,
right here.
Janet.
Okay, everybody's so quiet, though.
This
It's
is
just
quiet.
coloring, so it's fine.
Let's see. NIU's local radio call the win over Notre Dame is electric. Okay.
He's lining it up. 5 seconds left. NIU up 16-14.
You know what?
62-yarder. Snap,
gonna vote
hold,
for
Jeter's
myself,
kick.
'cause
It's
chances are I
blocked!
got
It's
busted.
blocked! It's blocked! Picked up by NIU! Picked up by NIU!
Somebody said,
the
sorry,
Huskies
Red, bad
have
start
done
for
it! The
imposter.
Huskies with the biggest upset in NIU history! They come to South Bend, Indiana, and they knock off the
You did-
number
I don't
5
think you were
team
here
in the
when I told
country!
Shirley this. I played earlier. I played like 5 or 6 games, and I died every time. And usually, Mike, I survived to at least get my tasks finished. The last game,
Mm-hmm.
I was almost done with my final task, and the asshole killed me.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. When Alan, somebody did this at in the Dragon Con Facebook. When Alan Rickman died, we did ones up to honor him. Lightsabers up, my friends. Rest in power to the great James Earl Jones. Yep, he's right.
Oh, well. Oh, man. I didn't get voted. Didn't get one vote, and I know they suspected me.
I wouldn't worry.
I'm gonna go try something.
Oh, I did not know
Panda
this.
King.
Let's see. Nick Saban, BTA Alabama fans, as the university officially dedicates Saban Field at Bryant Denny Stadium. Ooh.
Where is Bryant Denny Stadium?
In Tuscaloosa. I've been there twice.
It's their equivalent of the big football field.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I wonder how, you know, when Tuscaloosa got hit by that tornado?
Uh-huh.
I wonder how badly it was damaged.
No, the good news is it missed the stadium by about 250 yards. It missed
Not
it.
even wind damage?
No.
Not even wind damage?
No.
Being that close, you would expect brain damage.
Oops.
Brain damage. Wind damage.
Yep. But
So,
but
brain damage?
yeah. But you see, here's the thing. When Auburn had the problem with the tumors trees getting poisoned by that one idiot, Alabama fans helped them out. And of course, when after Tuscaloosa was hit hard by that tornado, the Auburn fans came out to help them. So
Yeah. Yeah, I know that the Auburn fans helped replace the trees and stuff.
no, the Alabama fans did.
Alabama. That's what I meant.
Yeah. But sorry, folks. I am uber tired.
Anyway.
Oh yeah. There are a lot of big tune and show anniversaries like over this weekend. Let's see, 50 years old. Devlin, Wheeling the Chopper Bunch, I believe Hong Kong Fooey. There was one more, I can't remember. But let's see. Also, live action Shazam is 50 years old. Land of the Lost is 50 years old. So, yeah, there have been a lot of anniversaries. Yeah, lots and lots of anniversaries. Let's see, Challenge of the GoBots. That's 40 years old today.
Did you say Devlin?
Yeah.
That was one of my guilty pleasures back in the 70s.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, Devlin is 50 years old. Here's something.
Ooh.
Hey, try this on for size. You know who voiced Todd Devlin?
Mickey Dolenz.
Yeah, one of the monkeys.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Dolenz went on to be a pretty good voice actor too. So.
Uh-huh. Whoa. Asshole.
Whoa.
Wow. Oh, cripes. I had a very, very exciting day.
Yeah. Well, of course, I'm only going to say this one time because we don't have a show on Tuesday. There's something called a debate tomorrow. That's all I'm going to say. That's it.
I hope a certain somebody gets their ass kicked.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's one of those formal debates, but we'll just wait and see what happens. But like I said, I'm just going to say it's a debate. That's it. You can watch all those other networks for the real details tomorrow.
Yeah.
Because we're trying to stay away from politics as much as we possibly can. Not easy, but we try.
I didn't know James Earl Jones was that old.
Yeah, 93.
I'm looking at a Washington Post article.
Uh-huh. Yeah, he was 93. Ugh. Okay, my Facebook is not showing me a damn thing.
Whoa. They show him in a boxing. There's a picture with the Washington Post article.
Uh-huh.
They show him in a boxing ring.
Ah.
With no hair.
Yeah.
But you know it's him. Just know by the look on his face.
Oh, great. Facebook's having some problems.
Okay, this is a different article about James Earl Jones. Which was your source for the one you read?
Star Wars.
Shirley? Well, this is from the Post. Can I read it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, let me make sure. It says, epic. The word epitomizes the gifts of a non-parallel, parallel.
Non-parallel?
No, parallel.
Parallel.
P-A-R-E-I-L. Parallel. American actor of stage and screen. A towering figure who shook solar systems as the voice of Darth Vader, who rattled Broadway's rafters as Troy Maxon in Fences, who regularly delivered captivating turns, whether as the Moor of Venice, the prize fighter of the Great White Hope, the reclusive sage of Field of Dreams.
I'm going to mute myself for a second because I've got some problems, okay? I'll be right back.
Can you still hear me reading it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Was there ever a performance by James Earl Jones that didn't offer evidence that giants walk the earth? His elemental power found satisfying expression so often through the decades that Jones, who died Monday at age 93, became a go-to source for assignments that registered as consummately authoritative. Disney needed a regal sound for Mufasa, the reigning monarch of Pride Rock, in the original animated The Lion King. Ted Turner required the voice of a basso deity to intone his network's lead in and sign off. This is CNN. Directors wanted a personality that radiated command in films such as Clear and Present Danger and The Hunt for Red October. The Hunt for Red October. He was in that one. Whether it was a kingship or an admiralty, Jones seemed born to play it. Excuse me.
I don't know what's going on, but I cannot get to Facebook right now.
I'm on Facebook.
Jones' range, of course, extended well beyond the doors his vocal gifts opened. His breakthrough came in 1967 at Washington's Arena stage in the celebrated world premiere of The Great White Hope, Howard Sackler's Broadway-bound Pulitzer Prize-winning drama about the racism encountered by Jack Johnson, called Jack Jefferson in the play, the first black prizefighter to become heavyweight champion. Still, as he told me back in 2002, on the occasion of his earning a Kennedy Center honors, he never viewed himself as an avatar for identity politics, but rather as an actor who happened to be black. He was amused when other actors at the time began shaving their heads, modeled on his Great White Hope look. The word I don't like is race, he said, sitting in a Georgetown hotel room. Black is obvious. Ethnic is obvious, but race is the division between us all. And he does have a point there.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps it was the adversity he faced as a child in Mississippi and Michigan, raised by his maternal grandparents, that instilled in him a self-belief that rejected reflexive definition. He was astonishingly, given the arc of his life, a severe stutterer in childhood, practically mute, he said, until he was 14. He found his voice in high school in the lyricism of literature. It was through poetry I began to speak that other language, where the R's were rounded. Longfellow, Shakespeare, Chaucer, he recounted. Okay. His refuge, it seemed, was in the cerebral university of the writers he came to love. And so it's no surprise that the most captivating role of his career was conferred on him by that 20th century stage genius, August Wilson. Fences is Wilson's most beloved play in Troy. The embittered sanitation man, tormented by guilt and awash in disappointments, is the playwright's most fully realized tragic hero.
Mm-hmm.
This is a long article. Jones played the hell out of the role in the 1987 original Broadway production directed by Lloyd Richards. The part earned Jones his second Tony Award for Best Actor. The Great White Hope was his first. Far more significantly, it affirmed the suppleness of Jones's interpretive powers. I remember so vividly the climax when, forced to confront the magnitude of his failures as a man and father, Troy raised a baseball bat to strike his son Corey, played by Courtney B. Vance. Why is that name familiar? The moment was unbearable for Jones. He pleaded with Wilson, he said, to make it clear that Troy would never have actually swung the bat at Corey. When Wilson dragged his feet, he and Richards worked out a physical gesture to make it clear that Troy was not going to follow through and hit him. At least, Jones told me, I could leave the stage knowing that I couldn't kill my son.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been a rough thing to do.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Okay, there's only 2 more paragraphs. All right. Okay, hold on, I lost my spot.
Okay.
Okay, there we are. The admission was indicative of an artist who invested deeply in the personal stakes of a complex role. He was a little less invested in contract negotiations. Jones recalled that for the first Star Wars movie, which ultimately took in something on the order of 775 million in worldwide box office. Okay, damn it. He was paid $7,000. Then again, the Darth Vader recording session lasted only 2.5 hours. 21 Broadway productions, countless other plays, movies, TV shows, voiceovers. The resume remains remarkable. A document reading like a definitive survey of American entertainment over the last 60 years, and yet in person there was something touchingly unaffected about the conjurer of intimidating characters, right up to the moment of our parting when he sweetly asked to have his picture taken with me. Don't, quote unquote, don't get stuck wasting your energy playing a king. Play a human being. A Shakespearean stage director once advised him. It's not that James Earl Jones took unforgettably. It's a note that James Earl Jones took unforgettably to heart. Okay, and that's the end.
Yeah.
That's the end of the article. Wow. That that article was very, very nice and very, very thorough.
Right.
So what's going on
Okay,
with Facebook, Shirley?
I don't know. It's like something's going on with Google, period, on me.
maybe that's why I'm not getting my
Yeah, so right now I've gone to Mozilla Firefox.
Oh.
But it looks like there was some weird conniption somewhere.
Possibly.
Is Dick Van Dyke still alive?
Yes, he
Yeah.
is.
Okay, he's a
90
98-year-old.
3, I think.
No, he's older than that.
98. Okay, let's see if
Yeah,
I
98.
can find another.
Right?
Yeah,
Okay.
98 years. Dang.
Oh, what's the latest iPhone?
15?
12, isn't it?
No, it's 15, I think.
15. The
16's coming
iPhone
out
16
soon.
was announced today.
Yeah. And now what was the model before it? 12?
No, 14.
15.
Right now, 15 is the current one.
Yeah. 14 was the one before 15.
Assholes at it again.
Huh?
Oh, I'm going through articles and I'd rather not repeat who the asshole is. At least not till after the show.
Okay.
If you know what I mean.
Yes.
Harvey Weinstein rushed to hospital for emergency heart surgery. Wasn't he a molester?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, this is interesting. Hart County
What?
schools and let's see. Hart County schools advised to cancel football game by local law enforcement. Okay. So what's going on here?
Why?
Okay, well let me take a look. Okay, this was this past Friday, but this was out of Hartwell, Georgia. Hart County Schools announced it was going to reschedule the football game this past Friday night. School officials said that although no threats have been received related to the game, law enforcement advised to cancel it. The district apologizes for any inconvenience this may cause, but for the safety of the students, staff, and fans remains its top priority. The game that was originally scheduled for Friday, this past Friday, was going to be played tonight. So what happened was two students were recently arrested after reports of violent threats against the school system were made. How police are investigating. So there have been a lot of things. We had a situation of a lockdown here in Montgomery because of threats getting called in.
Uh-huh. Oh, guess what?
But
Tonight was Ryan Seacrest's debut on Wheel of Fortune.
oh, I missed it.
Yeah, and guess what?
What?
I'll just read the first line from this article. For the
Okay.
first time in almost 8,000 episodes, Wheel of Fortune did not open with a hello from longtime host Pat Sajak.
Mm-hmm.
They went right into the show.
Well, obviously they don't want to mimic Pat Sajak, which
You want to change it up a little bit.
yeah, which is fine.
Yeah.
It's like when Drew Carey took over. See, one of the biggest problems is like people think, oh, Drew's got to be like Bob Barker. No, he doesn't.
The only thing that Drew Carey does in honor of Bob Barker is telling people to get their pets spayed or neutered.
Yeah.
How long has Vanna White been on Wheel of Fortune? Fans may be surprised by the answer.
Since 1982.
Another article. Do you mind if I read it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Another article.
Go for it.
How long has Vanna White been on Wheel of Fortune? Fans may be surprised by the answer. A new era of Wheel of Fortune is upon us, and it's time to see what it's like as Ryan Seacrest transitions into the show's hosting role. With Ryan taking over for longtime host Pat Sajak after he retired in June 2023. Has he been retired that long?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Viewers are curious about how Ryan will fare in his new role. Luckily, he's not doing it alone, as Vanna White will be at his side as she mans the puzzle board and cheers on contestants, vying for a monetary prize. What's more, she's excited to see what Wheel of Fortune will be like with Ryan, given how the two have developed a loving rapport ahead of the September 9th premiere.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's... Okay, it is the 9th today. We do a teeth check, Ryan told USA Today on September 5th about working with Vanna. It's last looks, honestly, because if there's something in our teeth, I'm responsible for her. She's responsible for me. Given how Vanna has been a staple on Wheel of Fortune for so many years, we've got one question on our minds. How long has Vanna White been on Wheel of Fortune? It turns out she's been on our TV screens longer than people may realize. Excuse me. Vanna first appeared on Wheel of Fortune on December 13th, 1982, meaning Vanna White has been on Wheel of Fortune for 41 years.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. A struggling actress. Shirley,
Yeah.
I'm going to drop the link in the Facebook chat. Can you
Yeah. Hold on a second, Janet. I've got.
in the Zoom chat, I mean.
I think Google's having problems.
In the Zoom chat, all right?
Okay, hold
I'll
on.
just drop it in the Zoom chat. And I'll mark.
Okay, this isn't funny, Google. What are you trying to do to me?
Okay, where is the chat
I can't
window?
access Google. I can't access my email. Nothing.
What
Participants.
browser are you using?
Well, right now I'm trying to access Google on my iPad.
All right.
I can just get to google.com. That's weird.
Okay, I got the link in
You're
the chat.
offline.
Let me.
No, I'm not.
And I'll mark the spot.
Hang on, Jan. Like on your desktop, what browser are you using?
Well, right now I'm right over here. I'm using Google, but it's like everything here is not working.
I'll see if there's any issues going on with Google.
Yeah.
Okay, Shirley, when you get ready. Okay, she's quiet. Never mind. I'll continue.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Janet, but something's up.
Okay.
I don't know what is going on.
Google's not reporting anything at the moment, so...
Okay. A struggling actress prior to joining Wheel of Fortune, Vanna was brought on to replace original co-host Susan Stafford after the latter decided to exit the series. According to biography.com, a total of 200 applicants applied for the job to join Pat as one of the show's well-recognized faces. She eventually got hired, and Wheel of Fortune's social team even commemorated the moment with a throwback clip of her first entrance ahead of her birthday in February 2016. Okay, and that's the end of the article.
Okay. I'm going to try restarting my iPad because I don't know what is going on right now. It's like Google is in some kind of screwball mode with me or something.
That's weird because the down detector is not coming up with anything.
Maybe that explains why I'm not getting anything from Valve, Steam.
Steam is not with Google.
No, it's not.
I
Valve is
know,
different.
but the
Damn.
email I'm using to try to recover my password is.
Oh, I don't know. It might be Google, then I don't know.
Anyway,
I think I'm gonna have to bounce out. I'm getting very tired over here.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't
Good night,
blame
guys.
you.
We'll see you all on Friday.
All right.
all right.
Bye.
Bye.
Speaking of Friday, what game are we going to play on Friday?
Well, let's see. We did our 2 weeks of Cards Against Humanity. So the next one should be Among Us, but I guess it's just going to depend on the situation.
Well, I can play it this week.
Mm-hmm.
Shit. Anyway, I'm glad I found a couple of articles to read.
That's good.
Now I don't feel so helpless. Gee, we're the only two in here now.
Oh, well, that's all right.
Yeah, it's getting close anyway.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm going to try something.
I just restarted my damn iPad, and Google is still not... Oh,
Okay, then
forget
it's a
it.
Google problem. It's a Google problem, not a you problem.
Yeah. But still, this is ridiculous.
Well, anyway, do you have anything you want to read or what?
Not really. To be honest, I'm getting tired too. So, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and end it right here because I really got nothing left. And besides, now normally I would be doing like Yu-Gi-Oh something, but considering that this Wednesday is September 11th, I'm not going to do it out of respect because I don't think it's a good idea to play a fun game on such a somber day. I can't do that.
Yeah.
So I'll do Master Duel next Wednesday on the 18th. So that's gonna be a basic game plan. And then of course Friday it's game night. We're gonna try to do Among Us. If we can't, we'll do Trivia's backup. Fair enough?
Fair enough.
Alright, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna play the ending. So bear with me, Growl. Alright, so with that in mind, I'm going to say love, peace, chicken grease. Everybody have a great night. Sleep well, stay safe, and we'll see you Friday for game night. Now, everybody.